Welcome back to our medical terminology series. Let's start with the correct answers to the quiz from the previous lesson. 1. A combining vowel is omitted if the suffix begins with a vowel. The answer is true. 2. Vasectomy means excision of a vessel. 3. In carditis, the suffix signifies inflammation. 4. Cardioesophageal has 2 roots. 5. Drop the final vowel of a prefix when the root starts with a vowel. The answer is true. 6. Hematology is the study of blood. 7. The root in epicardium is cardi. 8. Cardiopulmonary pertains to the heart and lungs. 9. Oviduct does not follow standard combining rules. It is an exception. 10. Gastroenterocele refers to a hernia of the stomach and intestine. Great job if you got those right. Now let's move on to the spelling rules.
Here are some key spelling rules for medical terms. First, some words sound exactly the same but are spelled differently and have completely different meanings. For example, ilium with an E refers to a part of the intestine, while ilium with an I refers to a part of the hip bone. Similarly, cytology means the study of food, whereas cytology means the study of cells. Rule 2. Other words sound similar but are spelled differently. Abduction means to draw away from, but adduction means to draw toward. Hepatoma is a liver tumor, while hematoma with an M is a blood tumor. Aphasia is the inability to swallow, whereas aphasia with an S is the inability to speak. Rule 3. When letters are silent in a term, they risk being omitted when spelling. For instance, PH has an F sound, like in diaphragm. PS has an S sound, like in psychology. Rule 4 notes that some words have more than one accepted spelling, such as orthopedic with AE or E, and leukocyte with a C or K. Finally, Rule 5. Some combining forms have the same meaning but different origins. For example, the uterus can be referred to as hystero or metro in Greek, or utero in Latin. Let us move on to the rules of pronunciation. The consonant C before A, O, or U is pronounced like K. Examples include cavity, colon, and cure. However, the consonant C before E or I is pronounced like S, as in cephalic and cirrhosis. For the consonant G, when it comes before A, O, or U, it is pronounced with a hard G sound, like in gallstone and gonad. But if G is before E or I, it is pronounced like J, such as generic and giant. Continuing with pronunciation rules, CH is pronounced as K, like in cholesterol. PH is pronounced as F, like in phase. PN is pronounced as an N sound, like in pneumonia. PS sounds like an S, as in psychology. PT is pronounced as a T, like in ptosis. Both RH and RRH are pronounced as a hard R, like in rhythm and hemorrhoid. Finally, if an X is the first letter of a word, it is pronounced like Z, for example, xerosis. Now let's review singular and plural forms. A singular ending in A becomes plural with AE, like vertebra to vertebrae. The ending IS becomes ES, like diagnosis to diagnoses. An ending in ma changes to mata, like condyloma to condylomata. An ending in on becomes A, like phenomenon to phenomena. And an ending in UM also becomes A, like bacterium to bacteria. More singular to plural examples. The ending US becomes I, like fungus to fungi or bronchus to bronchi. An ending in AX changes to ACs, like thorax to thoraces. The ending EX or IX changes to ices, like apex to apices or appendix to appendices. An ending in X becomes Gs, like phalanx to phalanges. Finally, a singular ending in Y drops the Y and adds IES, like myopathy to myopathies. Let's briefly look at the categories for prefixes, suffixes, and combining forms. Prefixes are often used to indicate time, negative states, general categories, position and direction, or quantity and measurement.
Suffixes generally describe surgical operations, symptoms, diagnoses, or serve as general word endings. Time for our final revision quiz. Please answer these multiple-choice questions in the comments below. 1. What does the term hematoma mean? A. Liver tumor. B. Blood tumor. 2. How is the consonant C pronounced before an E or I, such as in cephalic? A. Like a K. B. Like an S. 3. What is the correct plural form for diagnosis? A. Diagnoses with an ES. B. Diagnoses. 4. If a word starts with the letter X, like xerosis, how is it pronounced? A. Like an X. B. Like a Z. 5. What does the root word hister mean? A. Uterus. B. Intestine. Leave your answers in the comment section.